Welcome back, everyone. 欢迎大家回来。今天是第四天, right? It is day 34. I totally forgot. I guess Gecko, if you're still here, you're watching the Super Bowl right now, right? That's off to those who enjoy American football. I'm looking forward to an evening of watching highlights and whatnot. It's today, right? Or was it not today? I'm a little confused. I think it's today. Oh, wait. Is today Sunday? Yes. Sorry, Sunday in the United States. Okay. Yeah, you're watching Planning to Go to Bed at halftime, though? Oh, early start tomorrow. Yeah. Or, like, back to work tomorrow. Yeah. Halftime. I think the halftime performance is Kendrick Lamar, right? Kendrick Lamar, which is Kendrick Lamar is very popular in that part of the world, Gecko, especially Germany. So, do Belgians like Kendrick Lamar? Like, is that a very, is that an artist that resonates really well in Belgium? I'm not saying that Germany is like Belgium, but it's the closest country. I think I remember something like Kendrick Lamar is probably easily the award winniest artist, especially in Germany, even more so than the United States. Like Kendrick Lamar, I think, is in competition with other artists, of which I don't typically listen to. I'm not a very topical music person, but I do keep up with like knowing the backgrounds of things. So Kendrick Lamar is the halftime performance guy. I look forward to watching the ads too. It's one of those few things that Americans don't necessarily disagree with me about ads. I watch other ads too, largely because I like to see occasionally from time to time what type of ads people are served and whatnot. But one of the Super Bowl pastimes is to watch the ad, of which a good majority of people actually, one of the few moments where people like to watch ads or look forward to something that involves advertisement. Yes, Kendrick Lamar. I don't think he's often talked about here in Belgium. I see, but to be fair, it's not really your kind of music, so I'm not the best person. Okay. Yeah, I know of people. I feel like I know more about most of the topical artists, largely because of their interviews and stuff, than more about the music. Apologies, obviously. I don't have all the time in the world to. Music is less prioritied, largely because I don't have a lot of people who are into topical music around me. They don't talk about it too often, so I'm not incentivized. You like ads too, but they make you hungry and thirsty. I don't want to eat. I occasionally I watch ads just to see, what type of companies, what type of products and stuff are being placed in the platforms or available in the platforms that I use. Like from time to time, I actually quite literally go on Google and search what type of ads are on Twitch, like what type of ad companies are interested in the Twitch platform and what type of ads are being served on the YouTube platform, that kind of thing, largely because I feel if you're going to quote unquote complain about ads or think about ads and revenue and how business works, I like to do my due diligence to understand what is it that is actually being served, right? Yes, most of the time I actually do subscribe to circumvent the ads because for me, I kind of want to be a person who understands the appreciation of what ads mean to platforms like Twitch and YouTube. Not what it means to other content creators, but more for the business model, right? like how some companies try to be creative with their Super Bowl ads. Yeah, they kind of go above and beyond when it comes to the Super Bowl, so it's kind of nice. And they usually splurge on the budget. Yes, yeah, exactly. It's hit or miss sometimes, but still interesting to see. Yeah, in fact, I kind of, I maybe this is a little of an unpopular opinion. I kind of like exploring why certain things miss, as opposed to hit. I feel like this might be a little monotony issue, but you get so used to seeing things that hit, and then when ads become targeted, they often hit, right? Like the internet, without, it's not a bad or good thing, but it's been very consistent. Algorithms and stuff, when you do your research, the ads that hit typically feel overlapping with a lot of things when it comes to creative freedom and stuff. So Super Bowl ads, the idea that they can hit and miss is interesting to me because they're taking risks, right? And ads typically don't take that much risks, largely because you can have people who don't like the ad and they just don't respond to it. But when you're at a Super Bowl ad, you can take risks, sort of, largely because, well, people are going to watch the Super Bowls for the ads. So even the miss ads will have exposure and whatnot. So at least that's my my thought about hit and misses. They're with all the other ads, so those other ads that hit also creates exposure for the ones that miss. Of course, when I'm watching football, it's pretty much the only time when you're exposed to American ads. Oh yeah, that is a fair that is a very, very fair point. I watch occasionally I get served Mandarin ads, like ads that are in Mandarin. I'm not actually sure what their origin is because I watch Chinese programming, right? And again, I'm putting the quotes in Chinese because I'm not entirely sure where the company is coming from. So the company might not actually be in particular places, but they are Mandarin ads. And then occasionally I see Japanese ads because I watch like some sort of Japanese programming sometimes. And it's a different experience. It's a very different experience. And you think ads are also a tiny window into a foreign culture? Exactly. Sorry, I didn't read the rest of your comment. That's exactly where I was gonna go. It's a very out of the box experience. When I was watching other things, like I'm so used to subscription based stuff now, right? Like you have Amazon Prime Video and whatnot, that from time to time, whenever I meet someone from a different country, which the lovely thing about doing language learning is you do meet a lot of people from other countries. My first thought is, huh, because they bring up ads. People bring up ads all the time. I'm like, I wonder what it's like in other ad companies, because obviously American ads are wildly wildly homogenous at times on their priorities, but Japanese ads, ooh, that's an interesting thing. Chinese ads, when I was watching Mao Dao, right? Mao Dao, the anime, I finished that anime, by the way. They have the anime be the ad, so it was really funny watching them re-edit a scene from the anime with the characters munching on like a clear product placement of an ice cream cone, and it's like deliberately breaking the fourth wall. So like the ice cream cone would be in the literal style of the ice cream cone and not the animation. So like it's not the stylistic anime. So it's not an item that would exist in their universe. It is so funny when they're doing it. I kind of want some. It reminded me of the drumstick things from in the American side, but that it got me. Like I like the ad. Yeah, it is a product placement. They have a catch with the product placement. Hello there, Sing. Welcome back. Um, so the product placement was literally the ice cream cone, and the characters were talking about having a nice ice cream cone, and they like munched on it. I'm like, that's fantastic. Um, sure, make the characters have a segment between, with product placement, and it's not canon or anything. Like there's no. I know you meant product placement could be like in the show itself. So this is like deliberately an ad in the middle. You know how like we'll be back soon, or Japanese anime has like the eye catch. You know, like we'll be back, and then you have a character specific. But this one is a literal ad in the middle, and it's a reproduction of a scene with the product in it, and then it goes back to the show. And I'm like, that's kind of cute. Yeah. So the scene gets replayed again. There will be a scene that you have just seen. Wow, lack of a better word, scene and scene. Yeah, and then it gets plays over. Like, oh, they clearly replaced the alcohol. They clearly replaced the alcohol where they were carrying in alcohol, and they rewrote the scene to accommodate the ice cream cone instead. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cute. And it makes me want to, again, it makes me thirsty and hungry. I totally understand about that, Gecko. So I hadn't seen those in a while. They're very, I would, without being too stereotypical, they're very Chinese related. How you would do something in between like that. So I didn't mind that. I actually don't mind watching ads in between my shows. I know that sounds like it's a too good of a, maybe it's the opposite. It's too, I had too much of a good thing. Like Amazon Prime still serves you ads in between their shows, and there are shows like this is brought to you by uninterrupted by the following commercials. So some shows have all the ads in the beginning before you start, and then some shows have ads in between, and I don't really mind it because I haven't seen ads in a while. Largely ads give me a particular idea of what's being sold now and whatnot. I don't think I've ever felt any different about ads. Largely they break up the I know, oh no, your immersion is broken. I totally get that. People love their immersion and their immersed content. For me, I've already mentioned this. I think Procall asked me about immersion when it comes to like reading and what about audiobooks and whatnot, when I was sharing the story about audiobooks. It's very rare that I get immersed. So oftentimes I find ways of making most of the things that break the fourth wall. I'm very productive when the fourth wall is, I'm behind the fourth wall looking in. From time to time though, I do get immersed and I do seek that experience. However, I'm also not against breaking immersion for other things, right? It's kind of ironic because that's kind of how TikTok and short form format actually works nowadays. You know what I mean, Gecko? It's incredibly ironic that younger people who are dependent on immersion or think that immersion is important and they doom scroll most of the time. Like that's interrupted thinking the entire time. Like every time you swipe, you've interrupted your thinking. And then it's practically advertisement. Like when you're doom scroll every 30 seconds, that's like an ad. You're doom scrolling through ads. Only now all the ads is bits and bits of content that's targeted towards you. That's a targeted ad over and over again. And it's variations of the targeted ad. Like you like cats, 30 seconds. How about a black cat? How about an orange cat? How about an animated cat? How about a cats on cats on cats? How about cats with hats? Cats on pants? Like that that to me screams the interesting cognitive dissonance when it comes to um the same people complaining about ads that don't interest them, but also it's the primary way of the way they think. And then they would go and say, "Oh yeah, my immersion is broken." And I'm like, "What do you mean immersion?" It's like, now I can't doom scroll because there's an ad that pops in the middle. It's like, wait, you think immersing in 30-second clips is interrupted by 30-second ads? Actually, those ads are smaller, you like shorter. It's as fast as you can swipe. I think that's how TikTok works, right? They don't mandatorily play, you just swipe up to pass the ad. I think YouTube Shorts do the same thing. So as far as you can click off, the ad will autoplay, but you can swipe off as quickly as possible. That was my short story for today. We'll remain vigilant and get into our lesson after we go over our mistakes, because there are plenty of them on the HanziHero side. Hello again, Eddie. Hello everyone. Ironic indeed, and I don't know how many people are actually aware of that. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm curious. Like, I totally believe those kids out there that could play a video game for like 2 hours straight, right? But think about what they're doing in those 2 hours of video gaming, right? The characteristics. Oh, it's Edith. Oh, hello, Edith. Hello, are you doing all right? How's your health lately? Happy New Year, right? Happy 2025. I haven't spoken to you since last year, I think. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? The nature of the immersion dictates also if it's being immersed, right? Like for example, a 15-minute game session across 2 hours is different from a 2-hour game session involved with the same concept. And the most successful games, they average out, like the lifestyle games, the highest bandwidth. The activities that they do kind of averages out to less than 30 minutes. So as opposed to like doing a study session or going to class for 50 minutes or an hour, the natural retention of thought, train of thought, has been normalized to a shorter duration. And earnestly, that does make some people feel like their attention span is stunted. But it's very difficult nowadays to determine if the perceived duration of someone, especially someone incredibly younger who's inexperienced, and they haven't necessarily tested or obligated to have a longer duration. It's difficult now to know if maybe sensitivity and direction has made like attention deficit a more of a centerpiece, or is that a normalized behavior now, largely because most of the content is relatively short. Like for example, I could even use Overwatch as an example, where the its popularity and its game, like its frequency of play, went up when the duration of the matches are constantly tweaked to be shorter. So like more sessions, but shorter extended sessions, right? League of Legends was a great example where they had to find their like game length, and generally speaking, progressively, the games that are much more consistently successful, they have slowly cropped down to below like 30 minutes. I think BR is a great exception to some extent, but generally not as well, as BR is on a timer, and even at max it's on a timer. and the average gameplay would be like, it would average out to the feeling of a shorter session. Meanwhile, I'm here, you know, having a conversation and studying something. This, in a way, you could see it as a train of thought of one thing, but honestly, the way SRS works is that you're actually breaking your you're snapping to a new thing over and over again, right? As opposed to writing a paragraph that includes an entire idea that must be developed with several components. You are looking at separate components. These are all separate components most of the time. And it's what actually, it's a great skill to have. Not a lot of people can do this. Now, though, a lot of people can do this. So now the more remarkable skill is doing the other side. Like, I can tell you, I did not learn like this. This is not how I learn, and I can totally see why it's so appealing. Like SRS, the way flashcards and SRS works, that is really efficient to like gather a bunch of unrelated things or possibly related things and then just plug and chug and really quickly. That's astonishing. This is astonishingly fast, satisfying, and yet my only thought was, I've lived this long and I rarely use this type of approach, which is the one where you don't necessarily sustain your attention. It's used to provide a feedback that causes your attention to pay to it, right? Like pay attention to it. Like the difference between reading a story that takes 2 hours to comprehend versus 2 hours of SRS, right? And this really plays to the different dynamics of today. This stuff is far more appealing to an average audience nowadays than trying to spend 2 hours figuring out one thing, right? Yes, you had 2 surgeries coming up and they found a polyp on your last surgery. It has a weird growth, they say. Well, I hope it's nothing serious, Edith. And I'm glad to hear that. I think that Yes is being healthy. I'm glad to hear that you're healthy. A polyp, huh? Oh, lots of surgeries. Headstrong. Hopefully your health is staying consistent for all these surgeries. You're waiting for Civilization. Oh yeah, it's on the 11th, right? Isn't that tomorrow? Or okay, Tuesday. So one more day. Oh yeah, tomorrow for you. Yeah. I was like, isn't that tomorrow for you? And for that particular game, they apparently considered an average game session 4 hours and have actually taken that into account in the game design. Yeah, Gecko. Yep. If you, I don't know how true this is. This is personal observation for my game types. If you're thinking, it's a very good example of roguelike games. The popularity of roguelike games. The increasing popularity of roguelike games. So if you try to, let's say, generalize and categorize how long sessions are that are interpreted as a cohesive group. So like a session, extended session would be understanding multiple parts, but it leads to one goal, right? One outcome. So if you gather those up and you organize them by their average duration in game like things, you'll see often a diminished return as the game length goes longer and longer, like the specific game activity. So for example, for JRPG, if you correlate, at least in my opinion, I would love to see someone do this actual data mining. If you correlate how long a singular chapter in a JRPG, for example, chapters are a natural game session logistical breakpoint. So if you have a JRPG that has shorter chapters, but more of those chapters, they are often viewed more favorably and more entertaining than a game that has fewer chapters, but longer chapters. So say you divide a 24-hour JRPG experience into 6 4-hour chapters versus 8 3-hour chapters, and there's like a wiggle room. It's not like consistent because you can't normalize for quality across certain things, but there's, I believe, in my opinion, a significant skew towards a shorter chapter than a long chapter. Inherently, you hear these comments a lot, like, oh yeah, this chapter is really good, but it overstays its welcome. Or like, it's these cutscenes are a little bit too long because they overstay their welcome, right? So oftentimes it skews towards shorter and shorter over the years. Like, cue the Kojima, right? Cue the Kojima upper limit when it comes to Metal Gear Solid cutscenes versus like others. So oftentimes game designers, in my opinion, especially like roguelike games, their sessions are being reduced and decision making time is being reduced consistently, and as like without disturbing the mechanics. A lot of times smaller and smaller compartmentalization of fixed sessions are becoming far more popular. Roguelike games, the in-between sessions and choices are being streamlined further and further. So the game itself and the game length and whatnot doesn't necessarily change overall, but the compartmentalization of how much you have to pay attention to a specific thing is not. Now, FromSoft is trying to do the other, right? Where like you make the boss fights longer and stuff, but hear me out. They're also increasing the phases of the boss. So like if you had one boss fight and it was just one task that's ever evolving, as opposed to having very noticeable segmentation of the boss. So I often think someone should test this social theory. I'm so curious if this is true. My observations is that phases of bosses, when you want something very long and epic, you break them up into phases and then you interject them with disturbance, like change ups, in order to facilitate that need to have a short attention. So when a boss could be very long, seamless, would view less favorably than a boss that's interspersed with different phases. So nowadays you have like, you could have, back in the day, you have one boss that takes across the line and it changes seamlessly, right? And then nowadays you have a set piece in between all the bosses, and those boss phases can't be too long, right? Even though if you had planned a boss fight that averaged 3 hours, if you broke them up, like logistically, into 30-minute phases, it would be more approachable and viewed more favorably by an average gamer nowadays than a 3-hour boss fight that has smooth transitions. Like, even those short little things that break up someone's attention is very favorable. And roguelike games really shine in the idea that each action is partitioned. So like room to room traversal. After each thing, there's a decision made that is sort of related to the previous, but all the elements now are less integrated. So what happens is a decision must carry some weight, but each moment-to-moment decision is far more attractive if they carry their own weight. It's so fascinating. It's one of my favorite things about playing video games. It really gives you into a lens of what type of thinking that is very common and what's considered very entertaining and proficient for someone. Oftentimes I like to use games as a way to figure out how to best tap into the way someone learns from something. It's not the big C. I'm glad to hear, Edith, that's not the big C. Better safe than sorry. Hopefully the surgeries are not too taxing on your health. Uh, every time we talk, it sounds like you're always having a surgery. Game design is pretty fun, especially with how much analytical large game companies put into their game nowadays. Yeah, because it's become by the numbers, right? It's become very data is so massive now that these are taken into consideration. I play a lot of roguelike games, Gecko, and even deck builders. Deck builders constantly gets trimmed and streamlined and compartmentalized. The more mechanics that interrupt a major overarching developing theme in a game is viewed way more favorably than a game that relies on iterating subtleties on a single core mechanic. So, for example, puzzle games fare not as great unless it's dramatically compartmentalized somehow. Yeah, versus like deck builders. The contrast here is when a deck builder starts to become effectively foundational, as in you cannot win based on compartmentalized data, compartmentalized thinking, then it feels more and more like a puzzle game. And usually that's the comment you hear from gamers a lot of times. It's like, oh, okay, so now we're basically playing a puzzle game because we need to use all our tools to succeed, versus the moment to moment decision making that holds all their weight. So, like, for example, very successful roguelike games that are casual friendly, like they're more popularly widely known, when you make a decision, that decision carries its weight. So you have a separate metric. Your strength overall strength goes up with each decision making, as opposed to your strength go down and up dramatically if you understand how to utilize and interact with your previous decision making. So de-emphasizing that over time can make a game far more approachable. Now, that's not to say that you don't have hardcore players, like players that are really dedicated to having those complexities. Largely, that reduces a game's popularity, but also increases its overall score, because now you're increasing the gate, the selection gate of that game. So people who are familiar with that game, who already probably will like this type of game, are the ones to enjoy it. However, that also means anyone who is not into that will likely not enjoy the game. So it removes the excess hit and miss from the high gate, but it also makes the game less popular. So whenever you think about the reason why this is important to me is the difference between a AAA title, the design language between a AAA title and a like AA or even a indie game is dramatic. It's incredibly stark in contrast. So, and it's not like it's a you don't have to be very perceptive to observe this. The question is, when you're playing a game, does that factor into your self-awareness? I think gamers predicate more on sticking with the same thing as opposed to looking at the general design language of games. What's fun with games and most art forms is that there's so much diversity. You can usually, still find your niche. Exactly. If what you're looking for is not trendy. Exactly. And when you find that niche, I often ask myself, how often have I explored outside of the niche? Right. So I try from time to time to stay not too niche too often, like, because this is a voluntary choice, right? So the more I can stay dabbling in things voluntarily, you can better appreciate the diversity and the bigger picture, at the cost of being particularly good at any particular niche. However, in this day and age, because of the algo, most people heavily focus on their niche in order to create notoriety or experience or reward, as opposed to finding the reward of having a bigger, diverse perspective that is not bound by the niche. Like what I'm the comments that I'm talking about adjusting to overall and looking at overall game design when it comes to marketing and whatnot, or being interested in ads in general or other countries' ads. That is kind of an idea for intellectual enrichment, as opposed to doing something that you're very comfortable with, you know. Oh yes, it's like when you find a dish you really like at a restaurant, and are you going to keep ordering it or try other items on the menu? Yeah. And I like to do both, you know, a balance of both. I need a quote. I need to come up with a quote here. Or like maybe like self-aggrandized quote. I've been using the word 5% or like the number 5%. Your 95% of your life is probably going to consistently try to find consistency, right? Efficiency, refine, do your obligations, get your stuff set. But set aside 5% of that. Find 5% of your time to explore something that isn't meant to be consistent. Like have a mindset or attempt to have a mindset that says, this time, this thing I'm doing for the 5% of my time is, I should expect that it is out of my comfort zone, and I'm not expecting it to make me feel comfort, but in a form of discovery, right? I think that 5% and maybe even less goes a long way to providing your own perspective, developing your own perspective that is wider than the world you pretty much are reinforced to believe is true when you're on the internet. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that HanziHero and Wanikani, now we're just gonna bring it back, HanziHero and Wanikani is not going to be the last tool I use for language learning, for example. And that prevents that whole toxicity of identifying as a product by the people who criticize and by the people who are defending, right? It is ironic, or it is weird. I'm just going to use the word weird to be a little bit more neutral. It is weird watching two people argue with each other, like two sets of people, characteristic, arguing with each other, defending and accusing, when they can share, if they step back a little, they can see so much commonality between the two of them if the products were removed. Like, for example, the argument between someone who loves Anki versus someone who likes, I don't know, an Anki competitor, whichever a competitor, right? And then the way they talk to each other, 3 steps back and trying each other's products and observing the type of logic that's being used, they're both identifying with the product. And we're talking about those who are emotionally charged enough now to identify with the product. And that does happen quite a lot. People identify with Twitch, they identify with TikTok, they identify with Instagram, they identify with YouTube. So whenever a topic comes up, it's more like, I identify with this product, but I'm not aware of it. Or everything comes from the perspective of this one product without the 5% chance of exploring something else. Like for me, what does that 5% mean? It means I can say, I'm sorry, I can't really say much about TikTok. I haven't used TikTok, but feel free to share your opinions about TikTok with me so that I can understand a little bit about it. It's that 5%, in my opinion, allows someone to be comfortable with saying, I don't know what this product is. I haven't used it, but I do dabble in other things. So I know what it's like to not be familiar with a product, but also still be able to talk about the product, as instead of constantly framing everything from one perspective. At least that's what my encouragement is. Like encourage people to 5%. Let's say your free time is 2 hours, right? You have 2 hours of free time each day. 5% of that. I'm really terrible with math. Let's see, that's 120 minutes. 5% of 120 minutes is what, 6 minutes? I don't quote me on that. Sorry. Wait, what's 5% of 120? Uh, uh. So let's see. You multiply that. 120. 600. Is it 6 minutes? Yeah, 6 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. So take 6 minutes. Do something uncomfortable. Something that's irregardless of trying whatever you're currently doing. It's a diminished. It might seem like a waste of time, but I don't think it is. It's so intellectually stimulating when you're trying to constantly try every 6 minutes or so to experiment with something. I feel the same. Some people, on the other hand, have a pretty adventurous nature. To them, encountering new and unexpected things becomes their comfort zone and routine, which makes them uncomfortable. Exactly. So the opposite is true. However, then the perspective still checks out, right? If you have a routine of constant exploration without a focus, then you do the opposite. The you know, you're still going to be stepping out of your routine of being constantly adventurous. Now you're trying to find consistency. So you're taking that 6 minutes to consider the benefits and or the exploration of engaging in something from a representation of being consistent. It's not quite the same the other way around, largely because the 6 minutes might be required a larger amount. So I would say even a higher number for the other way around. It's a little bit of a double standard, but the idea is you're trying to break away occasionally and entertain the idea that you can do something other than your comfort zone. That is a little trickier. The people who are incredibly adventurous, and how would they end up developing consistency, right? And that's the other side of the thing, where someone is constantly exposed to new information and they're unable to focus and create consistency. What were you saying? Oh, sorry, you were reading up on your results. I hope they're good, Edith. All right. So that's our story for today. We that's my thought for today. Let's go over our errors from the last 2 days. Let's see. Well, it's halftime already, so you're heading to bed. Yeah, take care. Thanks for the talk, Gecko. It was a pleasure, as usual. Looking forward to your thoughts on the rest of the Super Bowl. I'll probably watch most of the Super Bowl highlights and plays and whatnot, and the ads. We can probably save that for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a pretty long session of Wanikani, so tomorrow will be the topic. Take care, rest well, good luck with work tomorrow. Let's see. 不用. 不用. The thing we missed was no need. Kirby. 他人. Others. 本子. 本子 was probably notebook. Yes and no. The girl stuff came back already. I had what I thought I did, but the colonoscopy is coming up the 12th. It's not looking good with your symptoms and findings so far. Sorry to hear that. Wishful thinking. I'm hopeful. Alright. Best wishes. Hoping for the best outcomes. And we can debrief the game tomorrow. I'll watch highlights of the second half. Okay. Oyasumi nasai, Gecko-san. Wen hao. Send regards. What's the definition? Wen hao. But I messed up direction. Oh, tone. Fang. Not fang. Fang. Dai xiang. I screwed up xiang. Xiang. Wai lai, external. Messed up external. Zao xiang. Jiao xiang, morning, not good morning. Jiao xiang. Oh. Behind or after. Clock. 4:20. Now. Right. I think this one might have been not now, but oh no, I typed present. That's why that was wrong. Yi tong together. What have you been doing anything exciting, interesting, anything worth anything you think you are comfortable in sharing, Edith? I think you mentioned a little bit about Spanish. You've been practicing your Spanish by watching a TV show. May I ask what that TV show was? A Spanish TV show. Really easy to understand Spanish TV show. We haven't started Spanish yet. We're going to start Spanish in March this year. So that will be fun. We can talk about Spanish in the future. We're gonna kick whatever this is, recover, go through your surgeries, and we'll talk about Spanish sometime later this year. Oh, Siempre Brujo. It's on Netflix? Let me check this out. I'll check it out. Siempre Brujo. Oh, is it Bruja or Brujo? I see it's called Always a Witch. Is that the English title? Interesting. I think the last Spanish show I watched was I think it was Portuguese actually. Wait. Did I see in Spanish or Portuguese? Hold up. Yeah, it was in Portuguese. Yeah, because it was a Brazilian show. I watched the closest romance language show that I watched was to Spanish was a Brazilian series, Portuguese. It was called 3%. It was a post-apocalyptic show about like 3%, like how does humanity overcome its problems by selecting for the 3%. Another romance language show that I watched was probably Lupin. Lupin was a French show about the thief. You've enjoyed that show, 3%? Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I think it was a wonderful, not American English sci-fi that was brilliant. And then the other one would be German, but that's Germanic. We're getting further away from the romance group, but German, the dark. Dark would be the German show. You really like it? I'll have to watch this. Is this still airing? Siempre Bruja? Siempre Bruja. Interesting. Oh. Oh. It's been a while. I'll give it a shot. I'll look at it and we can talk about it in the future. Neat. Kind of screams old school. Screams old school witch stuff. You watch 3 or 4 episodes in a row? All right. Sounds good. In terms of let me read the synopsis. Carmen is a 19-year-old who is a slave and a witch who has fallen for a white man. Oh, interesting. I wonder what period this is. Which is a crime that has her scheduled to be burned at the stake. Oh, this is further back. Like dark times. Maybe alternative history times. All right. There are quite a lot of I'll have to watch it to see if I can think of any related shows. You ever watched Encanta? Encanto, sorry, Encanto, not Encanta. Encanto, the 2021 Disney animation film. I think the Spanish in Encanto is pretty understanding. It's still understandable to me, and I haven't used it. I haven't used Spanish like for a while, but when I watch Encanto, most of the Spanish is very understandable, and it's a Disney production, so they typically try to keep it like below around high school or below. So that could be a fun little short film. It's quite a short film. I think Disney stuff can be wonderful ways of enjoying a target language without encountering very specialized words and whatnot. Even like Disney's more abstract subject matters, they keep the vocabulary very like tight so that it's understandable for a family level. So I like rewatching Disney stuff. It's the one with the little boy, right? Oh no, not Coco. Coco is a good one too, actually. That's the Pixar film, Coco. Encanto was the one about the girl with the large family, and the family is blessed with special powers. But Coco is a really great one too. I have yet to revisit Coco, but I'm gonna revisit most of these shows in Spanish when I start reviewing on my Spanish. I do, and if you have any other language interest, I think Disney Pixar stuff are great ways. Almost all of them are translated and dubbed exceptionally well. Largely because Disney money, and they are also very pro like diversification. So regardless of all the like the political stability problems right now in the United States, when it comes to Disney's stance, they tend to be very aggressive even on integrating other languages and other cultures. So it's a great way for language learners to consume more like less specialized vocabulary, you know. Yeah, Coco was amazing. Coco was fantastic. Okay, thanks for the share. I'll check out the show this evening. 两 I messed up the tone. Liang. 一些 this was a typo. 一些 and then 喜 oh, it was the definition I screwed up, which is love. Not love. Joy. That's exactly what I did. I said love. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it next time. We'll talk about the show a little bit next time. I like relating to people through their shows, right? Such an appropriate way, being online and all that. All right, let's get into our lessons.
电视
okay. I hadn't. This is the first time I've ever considered the right hand radical to be to look at. Now it makes sense. Something that's electricity to look at stuff. So image to look at. Nice. 电视. This is a traditional character. 我没有在看电视。我没有在看电视。你在看电视吗？ Very Duolingo-esque. Make it so that it's a form of a question and using very similar structure, and then turning the pronoun around. Let's see. 电视 Wait. Yeah, 电视
今后
今后 hereafter. That's something I don't use very often. 今后. Yeah, the principal use of ho for me is after. However, Kevin went with behind as the character identifier, bro. Obviously, they accept both behind and after. This time, the time behind now is the hereafter, just slightly backwards. The time after now is hereafter, right? Or henceforth. But because Kevin chose to use behind for ho as the primary display, he's also writing all of it in the context of behind being after a position. So what comes behind? Yeah, so it's a little bit harder to process for me, but I usually think of ho as after. So what's after now is hereafter. Henceforth, from now on, is hereafter. Okay. 今后10年 the decade hereafter. Wait, what does that actually mean? The decade hereafter. All right, I need some English help here. Okay. Yeah, from now on, so 今后10年 the following 10 years, right? The following 10 years. 今后的 task? Oh no. I'm supposed to, I saw this a couple times already, and I don't remember either of those characters.
今后的任务
任务 任务 Okay. 任务 time. 今后
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 马车
马车 Oh, that makes sense. Horse car, horse-drawn carriage, horse car. 马车. Now this is a you think, okay, you think, like, who would ever need to say matcha, right? Matcha. It's like people don't have horse-drawn carriages. Coincidentally, very coincidentally, I happen to live in a place in the United States that still have horse-drawn carriages. And it's not probably for it's probably one of the more well-known things about the place where I live in the United States. It's because of Amish culture. There are horse-drawn carriages around here. Like functional, very functional and quite common actually. Matcha, horse-drawn. Not even thinking about like if it's still in specific. I'm sure there are definitely specific areas of mainland China that has horse-drawn carriages, and possibly even other places. But for here, by coincidence, it's also a place that you will quite often see horse-drawn, or more often than other people might expect. Is that that kind of looks like xiang, but no, not really. Open horse-drawn carriage. What is open? Oh, not that type of open. You have no idea what that is.
敞篷马车，
抢棚，哦，抢棚马车，抢棚。I have not seen either of these, or I've seen something that's similar to this, maybe simplified. Peng. The closest Peng is in 朋友. That's not it. 抢棚马车. 马车是一种不同工资
马车是一种交通工具。
工具. Oh, that's 交. Oh, I thought it might have been fu, but I was going off if it's close to like fumu, but not close. 交, okay. So 马车是 E. Oh, that's not tone 1 anymore. Why is that not tone 1? I actually don't know why that's not tone 1. 马车是 E. 马车是一种交通. Oh, and that's 1 too. Tong is also 1. 交通, I thought it might have been 3. 交通工具. That's a complicated one. But like type, I understood. Transport, I did not. 工具 or 交通. 交通 is, oh, it might be the whole thing. Oh, that's kind of, I actually don't know. Lots of unknown vocabulary. Huh. 马车. Not yet. Not yet anyway. Horse on carriage. Oh no. Diphthongs.
下次.
下次. Yeah, 下次. Next time. Like 下次见, right? 下次再聊吧. 下次. Very, very classic stuff. 我下次不会，我下次不会问他。OK， 下次下次会要10 no oh wait 商量 I'm guessing because it says discuss 商量商量什么 no that's not it I don't know what 聊 maybe
下次会要讨论什么？
讨论 oh yeah there's no way 讨论 I've seen 论 before but I haven't seen it be paired up with 讨论 where have I seen 论 before? It had something to do with business documents or talking business 讨论 I have no idea anymore 讨论 They're I basically named like to chat, to discuss, to talk, or like sort it through. Like we will be talking in the next meeting or chatting or any other versions of it. But 讨论 learn to discuss. 商量 is also like to discuss things too, but I don't think it can be used that way. It sounds really weird too. 下次 or
下次
下次 I should accent that a little bit more 下次 下次 if I say 下次 too much it's gonna sound like 4-5 4-5 if I say 下次下次下次下次next time
两手
两手两手两手两手 two hands is two hands wait what does that even mean oh both hands oh okay 他真 something 书他真到真树 I don't know what happens to the sound of this when you add flowers on top 他真 blank 两手两手 something 在 something 里 I think
他站着，两手插在兜里。
兜里
他站着，两手插在兜里。
站着 oh that's 着 okay is that still the same 着他站着两手插 what does the simplify no that's not the same 插在兜里兜 the pockets 兜 and then 两手插 with his two hands in his pocket so there's two hands with maybe with an in pocket position that's a little complicated I'm not familiar with how cha is being used the rest is fine yeah everything else makes sense grammatically I don't know how cha is worked in here 两手空 两手空空. Oh, free, very free, empty.
两手空空，
两手空空. That's understandable. I mean, I didn't know kong kong means empty, but oh, that's kind of funny. Maybe it's kong kong because it's two hands. 两手空空 instead of 两手空 or 空两手, empty-handed. That's kind of cute. I don't know. I'm not sure if you need to repeat kong to make it empty-handed. It could be like a kan versus kan moment. Yeah. Cool.
两手
Okay. 电视
电视
电视今后
今后
马车
马车
马车两手
两手
两手两手不wait 下次下次
下次
trying to pause a little. I'm sometimes my no initials, any of my syllables that have no finals, they can come, or no initials, but usually no finals. So anything that ends with I, like 是 qi and stuff, can get too short, and when they get too short they end up sounding like fives instead of, especially if they're fours, they end up sounding like fives a lot of times. I've noticed that recently. I'm being a little bit lazy. Instead of saying 下次 下次, I'm saying 下次, right? And it's I think it's still serviceable, but I think it's much closer to sounding like a neutral. 今天 今天, of course. Now plus heaven is today. Yes. Is the time we have right now, granted by the heavens above. Okay, that's pretty poetic. 今天天气不错. Okay. Oh, that's looks nice with the left radical. Oh, and of course, qi also has the rice as opposed to nothing at all. Just remove it completely. 天气不错. 今天天气不错.
今天天气不错，
今天是我的生日. Okay. Today is my birthday. All right.
今天马上
right? Immediately. Which is like horse above. How are they gonna explain horse above? If you need to get somewhere immediately, you should get above a fast horse and ride. Okay. All right. Ride over is the most immediate way. 马上 is said so often when you're watching like programming, because programming tends to be very dramatic. So 马上 comes up so much, and it's to the point where when I first saw this, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of hard to explain why there's a horse and a above, but man, you just hear it so often. Like 马上出发, right? 马上 like immediately, let's go out, like let head out. So whenever you're watching like feudal like dynasty stuff, you have 马上 all the time. It's like, oh, we have to go now, they're almost coming, they're almost here, we must go. 马上 this, 马上 that. 请马上 yeah. Well, that's kind of kind. 请马上 I've seen you. Why don't I know you? 请马上 something 我知道。请马上 let me know. 请马上能我对我给告我 Oh, it might be 告 right? 告我知道 No.
请马上让我知道。
让我 it's wrong. That kind of hurt. I can't see 让 in this. I can't see it. It's so different. 让我让 Oh wait, I can see it. Because I'm thinking of the wrong rung. Oh, I can see it. It is the same. Oh, I haven't gotten this rung. Just kidding. This is a different rung, I think. Right? To make a fuss? Yeah. No. Just kidding. This is the wrong rung that I'm thinking of. So I don't actually know this character. And it's only simplified on the left radical. The rest is the same. Okay. Just kidding. 马上 contact me? Oh, is that the same contact as something? No, that doesn't. That looks like reports. So maybe 姐?
马上联络我。
联络我 No, that's not it. Gotta go get your pet some water. All right. 联 Okay, 联 stayed the same, but 联络我 What the heck? Oh, there, Valentine. 联络 I don't know what 络 is. What the heck? I thought that was 姐. Okay. 联 there was something else. 联气 right? 联气 to keep in contact or keep in touch. Right? Then T. No, it's not 联气. It's 联 Oh wait, maybe it is 联络. No, it's not 联络. It's 联 something. 联系. Oh yeah, 联系 contact, relations to get in touch with. Yeah, 联系. 联系 was the word that I learned from Duolingo. 联系. That doesn't. I don't know if that works. It kind of does actually. 马上联系我. It kind of does. Okay, so 联络. Interesting. Oh.
马上。
How are you doing,
上次。
Valentine? How are you doing? It's almost Valentine's Day. It's your day, Valentine's. What do you actually do on Valentine's Day? It's coming up this this Friday? Yeah, Friday is Valentine's Day. Sub-Zero already shared his inner turmoil of trying to purchase a gift for his girlfriend of 3.5 years. That was an interesting discussion 2 days ago. 3 days ago. 上次. Oh, okay. Now we're finally using 上 as in before, and then 下 to compare with 下, which is after, right? Not to be confused with 后, 后, and 前. Man, we have lots of things to look forward to, right? The Chinese view time as flowing, downwards, so it's after. So if it's above, then it's before. Top to down, top to bottom. It helps when you're like writing. If you're writing vertically, the things that are above came before the things that are below. So that's kind of how I view time as well. In order to keep straight, the above is before, but behind is after, and then after, and in specific cases in front is behind. So man, yeah. Anyways, the last time something happened is the occurrence that happened above. Yes, exactly. 你你上次生病是什么时候？So when was the last time you were sick? Yes. 我上次吃饭 Yeah, the last time I ate. You're pretty good. Today you took a pass N5 exam and passed with 100 out of 180. Nice. So you think you'll gear up to take the next one if you can? For your day, you'll probably buy yourself some chocolate. Okay. Our friendship hangs in the balance. What kind of chocolate are you going to buy for yourself? Remember that I will forever ridicule you and stereotype you if you say the wrong chocolates. I'm kidding. By the way, what type of chocolate do you go for in these occasions? And you're happily single. You're happily single. I like that. You added happily. What type of chocolate would you go for? I am a simple person. If someone like presents me with like any type of chocolate, I'd probably take it, largely because I don't eat sweets very often. So anytime we go out, people go out, they typically eat sweets. So it's kind of a treat regardless. However, if I go out to buy chocolates for myself, I would probably just go for like something dark, like a simple Lindt chocolate or something. Lindt chocolate, 70-80% cacao, and have a somewhat slightly sweetened beverage, so that sweetened beverage gets elevated by the dark chocolate. Kind of nice, fairly comforting. Kit Kats. Okay, Kit Kats, solid. That sounds delightful. Wafer and all. Oh, you forgot you got an expensive as heck pet water fountain. Oh, fancy. 90 USDs? It has an app for them and it's decently sized. Does it have a built-in camera too? I kind of love those ideas of the built-in cameras. Where you can like check on your pet when your pet approaches the fountain. So like you can always check up on your pet on the phone over time to see if they're doing all right. I saw some automatic feeders with also cameras and not. It's kind of cute. Nobody can monitor how much they drink. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I'm telling you, it's a multi-dollar, like now it's gonna be a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's like multi-million right now, but man, pets, oof, living the life. I tell you, Edith, pets are living the life. Like personal groomers, robotic. I don't know. I saw some really fun gadgets that if I had a pet, my mother is not very good with other living things, so if there were pets, I would totally spoil the pet. And it lets you know if it's low, a cord is in it and can catch waste and hair in the compartment. Nice. Yeah. Say no to hairballs. 上次
上次
上次上次上次 last time.
调
调 to strip. Well, yeah. Could think of a different word for that, but to strip is fine. Or strip. It's gonna end up on to strip as the vocab word, but this is the kanji. I'm telling you, all my pets are purebreds, and they know it because of all the fancy things you bought them. Yeah, yeah. You gotta spoil your pets. I think one thing I would love to do if I started having a pet, is probably do like learn how to do construction work. Like what I mean is not like building a house or something, but building stuff. I would love to have the incentive of building stuff for my pets, for a cat, maybe like a scratch wall, like a playground or something, and learn to use my hands to make stuff for my pets. That would be really, really fun as an incentive. I don't have pets, by the way. Yes. You have a Siamese, a Persian, and a Shih Tzu. Oh, Shih Tzu and a Pomeranian. Dang, those are some posh pets. You learn how to make a great scratching pose? Yeah, that kind of thing. Oh, I saw this really cute thing for like cats. I'm not sure about dogs, but like the idea of making them a portable computer. And then the computer is, they replace the keyboard where the keyboard is supposed to go with like a warm scratch mat. And then like it's made like a cardboard cutout, but the screen has like a more of a scratching post, and then the keyboard surface is like a scratch resistant heated pad or something. That's kind of cute. It was in the shape of like a laptop, and then the mouse was, one of those tools, like one of those like fun little things that hang off of a string that a cat can interact with. I thought that was really cute. It was, I'm pretty sure it was a TikTok product, but nevertheless, I saw it and I think that's really cute. So the person was showing like they're on their laptop, but then you get a quote unquote a laptop for your cat so that they don't like sit their butt on your keyboard or something. I thought about it because Blair from time to time show me a picture, takes a picture of one of her two cats like deliberately sitting on the keyboard, preventing her from doing stuff on her computer. Adorable. Tiao. Okay, Tiao. Timmy Turner. Okay, Timmy Turner is inside the barn with Slender Man and a rod. Let's see. I see Slender Man, Rod, Foreman, and a tree. Yes. So Slender Man and the Foreman are fighting each other with rods. Okay. Timmy goes up to a tree, then that grows in the middle of the barn. Yeah, the barn has so many trees growing around. Xena is chilling in the bathroom with the tree, teaching kids how to make yarn as a part of a treehouse classroom environment. That was our last mnemonic for something as well. And takes a strip of bar. Oh, that strip. Oh, wait. Is this... No. This isn't the same as... Oh, it is. It's probably the traditional character for... Gal? 一个...那条裙子. Okay, so this might be the traditional, right? Because the simplified would just be removing these two. Yeah, that's probably the traditional character for Tiao. Yeah, Slenderman. Slenderman's a gentleman in this universe. No worries. Slenderman is a gentle guy. They fight sometimes, but Slenderman's a champ. It's a very tall man, as opposed to not an. I don't actually know if he's referring to, if Kevin is truly referring to Mr. Spooky. Then he wishes that he turned into a rod too, so he can join the fight. What the? Timmy Turner? Hello? Okay. Okay, 条文. Oh, interesting. A clause. 条文. Put that under 句子for sentence. 条文. 节? Yeah, 节条. 借条. Makes sense. IOU. 借 is to lend. Right? 像 and 借. Oh, it's to borrow. From that perspective. Yeah. So IOU makes sense. If you IOU something, oh, that's gonna be an interesting explainer. Paper strip. 席条. 机条. Oh man, yes, 机.这条. Oh man, 这条. Wow, no. Why am I drawing a blank on this? That's boo. What? Ooh, that's boo? Oh my goodness. When was this boo before? Not that boo. I'll have to think about it later. 布条. What the heck? 千条. Oh, that kind of makes sense too. A bill. Bill plus strip. A bill strip. Like a slip. Like giving you an IOU. Like a bill. A bill IOU. And a borrow IOU. Like, don't mind if I borrow this. Here's an IOU for borrowing it. Interesting.
条图
Cool. Okay. This is definitely traditional. All right. But which tool is this? Oh, hey, we have Tom and Jerry now. Oh no. It's tool for Tom. Oh boy.
突
Tool. Okay. Tool. 2. I could think of other peeps, but I guess we're going with Tom and Jerry. The name also begins with a T, so we chose to represent this initial. Tom is a cartoon, yeah, from Tom and Jerry. He spends most of the time trying to catch a... Tom, right. Tom spends most of the time to catch a mouse named Jerry, only to be continually beat up, hurt, and defeated. I forgot what the dog's name is. Heckin' tool. Ooh, oh, that tool. Well, oh wait. Oh no, we're talking about tool. Oh, it is tool. 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 What am I thinking of? A painting or a drawing? Hua, right? I'm thinking of hua. Tool. And then there's also like 图书馆. Is this the same tool? I don't think so. It's too far. Too far.
图
Yes. So what is Tom and Jerry doing inside the house? And Tom, of course, Tom is inside the house chasing Jerry. He can't find him, but in front of him is a picture, right? That mesmerizes him. It is a picture of a mouth whirlpool. The inside, yes, inside which is a whirlpool Very artistic, glittery. While Tom is distracted, Jerry comes up and hits him over the head with a ceramic. Oh, the lid. I see the lid under the mouth. Knocking him out and sending the bits of ceramic across the carpet. Beware of distracting pictures. Afterwards, Jerry laughs and takes a picture of the defeated Tom. Yes, good old Looney Tunes. 视图. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's 地图, the 图 in 地图. How is this simplified? It is the same. It is the same one. Wow, it got changed a lot. It is the same one as in 图书馆. So different. Actually, the tool that this is replacing is an entirely different radical. And yeah, it's entirely different. It got replaced by winter. And also, this is a radical in Japanese. I don't think I've seen this combination in Japanese yet. If it exists. Yeah. Interesting. 地图. 视图.蓝图? Yeah, 蓝图. The left side. Okay, so that one got... Oh, and there's an extra stroke. Interesting. Oh, wait, and the top stuff is different. The heck is this? Sticker? Oh, hey, stick. In Japanese. 切图 or 切图? Can't tell. 插图 or 插图? Can't tell. Don't like the dashy horizontal thing.
图
Tool. Okay. Tom and Jerry running around, being mesmerized by a picture, being slapped across the head. Got it. Okay. All right.
条凸上次
Whoops.
马上图今天
Hey. All right.
晚
One. Okay. A hair. All right. Lay it on me. This component depicts a hair. The dagger are the ears, right? Represents the big droopy ears, which are attached to the head, and the bottom represents a long. Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. Gotcha. I didn't realize a void was this. Oh, that kind of makes sense though. I thought this more as without. I thought of it as without, but mian like mian was more all the examples I have deal with like without something, like mian fei, right? Mian fei with that's free, so like free of fees. But I guess interpreting it as avoid is also to avoid fees, which is still free. One. Fair enough. Wait, how does this work? Hair versus... We don't have anything for the left. Or is that supposed to be cha? That's to, huh? To hair. Interesting. Drive. Mian. Oh, okay. Go to hair.
晚
All right. What do we have? Walter White in the basement of the pawn shop doing something with a sun and a hare. Where he works. He has been trying to catch a hare that lives in the pawn shop basement all day. He looks through the basement window and sees that the sun has already set. It is now quite late. Walter is red and angry at having to stay late at work to catch this stupid annoying hare. All right. All right. I got you. I got you. 晚安, right? 晚安,晚上. 晚饭. 晚饭. 晚鱼? No, 晚食. 晚食. No, 晚枪. Oh my gosh. It's not the same. This is not a simplified character for 是. 晚仓. 晚枪. 晚枪. And that it kind of looks like Mian, but it has a left radical. Let's go with I don't know. Bang Wang. Bang Wang. Bang Wang. Bang Wang. One of them.
晚
One. One.
歌
Good. Okay. Good works. And totally understand why they would use can. But is this the can as in the can, not the literal can? Yes. But they're combining with the literal can? Wait. Imagine a can of liquid with a huge spike. Okay, go on. In the middle to close it shut. Okay. It looks so difficult to open, you doubt yourself. Can I really do? Okay, so it's both. It's linking able, like can, with can. You hesitantly whisper, still you grab the spike and with determination tear it out and away from the mouth of the can to open it. Carbonated liquid spouts forth in a fountain of victory. You can open the can, yeah, because this is the root for 可以 or 可, which deals with can most of the time, or able or possibilities. Yeah. I think this is just ne? Yeah. Again. I have both of these. I think this one is more of a modifier, like an ending modifier for emphasis a lot of times. Yep. And then to own, which I think it's still the same character in Japanese, or it's a similar character. Or kau, a very specific kau, dealing with pets. All right, older brother is older brother. How do you? Okay, so now we have two cans. Can equals. Picture your older brother, even if he does not exist. Now imagine that he's a can stacking champion. Nobody can stack cans like he can. Or so he thinks. Yep, two whole cans stacked on top of each other. Real impressive. I was thinking maybe like, what's the big brother to a single can? Two cans. You know, two cans are bigger than one can, so an older brother. But okay, can stacking. Fair enough. Oh, there are only two examples. Go and go.
歌
All right. What is Gandalf's older brother doing? So we have Gandalf Gandalf outside the electricity plant. Talking with his older brother, an electric wizard that runs things. They each hold cans in their hands as they chug some wizard beer and reminisce. All right, fair enough. 哥哥,大哥. Yeah, I use 大哥. I think Chern and I was talking about euphemisms, right? Euphemisms in addressing people or a stranger. I use 大哥 a lot of times. If it's a guy, it's 大哥 or 大姐, 大姐. When I was younger, you would refer to someone that's older than you, but not old enough to be like 叔, like uncle, you know, 大叔, like 叔叔, right? Refer to them as uncle and auntie. You would use 哥 and 姐. So 大哥 兄弟. Oh, I know why that came up. We were talking about rivals or opponents, right? Opponent, or how is your enemy also your rival? How is your opponent also your rival? Or someone close to you, your friend, is also your opponent or your rival. It's kind of like a 大哥 or 兄弟 situation. Sometimes your best friends are also your biggest opponents, hence rival and opponents. I often like that. The whole like it's more of a male camaraderie as opposed to female thing. So you don't have big sister in the same sort of cultural meaning, but 大哥 happens all the time, especially when you're watching shows like shonen and stuff. 大哥 handsome guy, 帅哥. Oh, wow, 帅哥, really. Also simplified, so that can substitute for the 2 dashes. Interesting. Okay.
哥
Gotta love it when things come together. What was this? Hair.
碗哥
All right, last batch. Let's go. See? Wow, that's early. Oh, that's not early. This is actually, yeah, see? This is a traditional. That's kind of funny. The simplified version is the radical. It's one of the radicals. Yeah, so they just remove the bottom part. But now it makes sense with the Japanese. Like, the Japanese use of this character. Which we didn't get yet. Alright. So for feathers, that's kind of cute. Because I know this as feathers as well. At the very end of Duolingo. Because when we were describing duor, right? Duor. What was the owl? 猫头鹰有图猫 no 撸猫 奇猫 流猫. What is it? Oh no. It's for feather, but I don't remember. 羽毛. Oh yeah, 羽毛 for feathers. 羽毛. So this is 羽. Pretty sure. This is a depiction of 2 long feathers. The 2 vertical represents a stem, right? While the horizontal represents the fibers. Yeah. 羽, right? Yes. 羽毛, which are like feather units. So soar, 翔, 起. Okay. 它 not 不是 not 它 Nakata. Oh, fun. Oh, to turn over when it stands alone. What did I get? Fun. Fun. 是 no. Fun. 记. Fun 记. Yeah, fun 记 or fun 记. Fun 记. To translate. Fun 记. That's not it. That's the wrong one. Fun. Ooh, no. Fun 记. No. Fun 记. What is it? Oh no. Fan Yi. Fan Yi. Fan Yi is to translate. Okay.
习
Oh, yeah. Generation. No, this is a tough one for synthetic voices. T. Okay. Xena is inside the house learning something with feathers and white, where she is reading a book. The first one in her life. What are you calling Xena? I didn't know Xena was illiterate. She is trying to learn, see what color feathers are. The book, meant for kids below the age of 6, says feathers are white. Well, that's oddly specific. Today, we learned that feathers are white. Xena finally learned the color of feathers. Interesting. Okay. I can get behind that. 学习. Yeah, 学习. To intern. I don't know what that love thing is. 实习. I've only seen one instance of that top radical. That's below the dollhouse, but above the shellfish. Okay. Habit. 习惯. This is probably guan. Yeah, that's it. That's the only instance I've seen that box with that drawing with the box across it. It has a odd stroke order, but 习惯 guan is where I've seen the box above the shellfish. Yeah, 习惯 habits. Oh, maybe no. This is 练习练习 whoops 练习 cram school 班 there's C. What could cram mean? I have no idea. I was not thinking of boo. 补习班补习补习班补习补习班 That sounds weird. I'll have to hear it. Sure. I don't know. The way I'm saying it
习
sounds weird.
玩
One, okay, to play. Walter White inside the pawn shop playing a vintage arcade game. That's out of character. They have on sale. Scepter Shooter. Okay, this is more like something Ko would do. This is something that Ko would write. Scepter Shooter, to integrate like the actual thing into the name and or like word, using the literal word in the thing. Like well, still not that much like Ko. It's not a sound alike. Scepter Shooter reminds me of an actual game, so it feels a little closer. Scepter Shooter is quite annoyed. He is quite annoyed because he keeps on dying. Each play costs $1. Interesting. The one oh okay, I see. Scepter and dollar. Scepter Shooter. Reminds me of like the alliterations of the old days, like I don't know, double dragon, combat cobra, um I don't know. Can I think of others? Yeesh. Alliterations. I like it. Hawan. Hawan. Sorry, that's wrong. Hawan. Hawan. To joke. Xiao. Wan xiao. Kai wan xiao, right? Kai wan xiao. To play with. Wan. With. Oh, wait. I've seen this once. Nong. Oh, no. I did not remember that. Wan nong. Wan nong. Wan nong. To fondle. Ba. Ba wan. Yeah, ba wan. Playmate. Wan. Ban. Wan han. Wan ban. I'm pretty sure that Racco's gonna change the ban. Oh no, it didn't. Wan ban. Okay. It did change the tone though.
玩习
She breath. Oh, that that makes sense. I didn't think of it as breath. Oh. Alright, so we have nose and hearts with Xena once again inside the house. Xena's inside the house sitting on a yoga mat. I see. She is practicing an ancient warrior breathing technique. This is where Demon Slayer could have worked as well. She breathes in deeply, then out intensely, all through her nose. She does not know the strength of her own breath and accidentally breathes outward so intensely that her heart came up through her nose and pops on the yoga mat. What the? Kevin? Hello? What's happening here? Why? Why did you do this? Could have. Oh man, this is the second time the whole like meditating thing went out of hand. Kevin has such a way of making meditation seem so stressful. Maybe something like she breathes in deeply, listening to the beat of her heart as she breathes through her nose, right? Didn't have to be so grotesque. Holy heck. Yeah, 休息, right? 休息. So rest, breath. 休息,休息. Ke. No. Interest. With 习? 到习. Li xi. Oh yeah, that's Li. My bad. Li xi. It can't be 这. 写? Intriguing. First time seeing what kind of looks like the right side of he, and then add it onto a bill to rest. 学习. Kind of feels right to say 学习. Oh, yeah. Although, no. Oh, wait. When I say 学习, it's a 学习. Oh my gosh. 学习 would be to study or to learn. 学习 versus 学 versus 学 versus 学 Ooh, I hadn't considered that. Kongxi. Kongxi. Oh no, oh, that looks like Kong from a distance, but that's not it. 这喜之之喜之喜之喜慈喜. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Breath, right? All right. Feather.
习
I just
习
realized both of them are C. Even though I told myself about Xena.
玩
All right. Let's do our review. Let's do our reviews and sleep early today. 东北
东北低
This was different, right? It wasn't Barb. But this was a harpoon. Oh, we gotta check the tone on this. What is Goofy doing inside the barn? No, inside the office. Oh, he was in the basement of the office.
火
Let's check this too. What was Dumbledore doing outside, counting how many people? Yes.
多
Whoops.
日日 女人 中午 店 左 明天 风
Was this a hood or a head? It was a hood, right? Yes.
出
Do they want to exit? Oh, to exit? That's fine.
车上 想见 是非
Uh-oh. Is not... Is none... 是非, so it's not, but it's non what? If it's non, then is not? How else could I interpret this? 是非, if it's non, Unlike? I don't know. I'm just gonna put it's not. I don't know what. Oh heck! It's right and wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Be right or whatever. Be non-right. Oh my gosh, this one's gonna be tough. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can that very well. We'll see. It'll be reinforced because it'll come up more often. Woman.
我们
Will they add example sentences? Example sentences are for vocabulary. So they add example sentences for all the vocabulary in the lessons. I'm not sure about the characters. I don't think they add example sentences for characters. Or plan to. Largely because the characters themselves don't have any like meaning per se until they become vocabulary. So they have example sentences for all the vocabulary. Maybe not for the exercises. Yeah, that's what I was reading. But today was largely characters that we learned. Less so vocabulary. Yeah. 2 or 3 example sentences for every vocabulary. Ooh. Ooh.
书桌同
This is different. It's not the same. It's not spikes. But what the heck is it? Oh no. It's not spikes. Or is it? What else could it be? What else can it look like? It's not spikes, but we're just gonna put it anyways. Oh, it's a heckin' laurel reef. That's right. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to connect that. It'll come up again though. Fine. That's what SRS is for, right?
美
Ah! Wrong tone. Oh no, I did the jian again. Why do I keep typing jian on this? It's supposed to be xian. Yeah. That's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
水人人
Everybody, everyone, come on, make up your mind.
左
Oh, is this the... Oh, I don't know.
儿子
It's fine. Okay. This is 字
字
not 字在生
再生 线
Okay. I got Bob for now, but that was present, so that's fine.
校
So was it school or class? Oh no. We're gonna go with class. It's school. I'm gonna actually put class as well.
星星星
有爱
有爱笑
wait. I guess laugh works. Kermit the Frog? Are you okay, Kermit the Frog? That is a massive typo. That is a massive typo. My ring finger didn't reach the hyphen. Let's double check feng. I really despise typos. Feng. Is it feng or feng? We have a foreman, compass, bathroom. Yes, those
放
four.
火
Goofy in the basement. We already went over this. Fine. Is that a typo? I mean, kind of. Really.
左右
Oh, this is a proc. Wait. Oh no. I think. Okay. Not the Japanese.
早上间
Wait. Dollhouse yarn.
房
They went with house instead of room. Whoops.
小时
Okay. Uh-huh.
包
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
水果 科
Ah, I missed. Ah, I missed
Ooh.
twice. My typing is not great today. Ugh. Oh my goodness.
生
Tone check. Right? Tone check. Bart Simpson is in the bathroom of the pawn shop wrecking everything in half. Yes.
半
Okay. 我家
国家
最后
最后
or final. Fair enough. 明星
明星
从
从
follow 外国
外国
家人
家人
oops members sure 中国
中国
东东方东方
东方
后来那后来
后来
wait okay we need to double check this. We have the nose, right? The nose and something else. I don't remember what the something else is. But Shrek is in front of the infirmary and the body's just thrown out. Yes. So I think this is just body. The
身
component is body. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just very empirical body. Fun.
关
Do I use to close? Ah! Let me guess. To shut. We're gonna put to close on here. I should have added it before when I saw the missing to close. Should have added it. Dung. Dung dun dung.
等洗
This was different container. 钥匙
钥匙
一些
一些
一
一
一在
一在
一在打工
打工
打工哦明白
明白看
because do is to read that they want. Oh, their turn. Morning. 分别
分别
Oh, that was pretty quick. Nice. Wasn't too bad. I had a couple of typos. Let's do the ones. Oh yeah, we also had ones from yesterday, huh? Can I click on the thing twice? Oh yeah, here we go. I had a bunch of typos. And then a bunch of chirp reflexes. And one that I really just don't remember. It was these two. This one was a synonym issue. Oh, this one was a 50-50. So these two are synonym issues. That was a typo. This was it's such a weird typo, but it's a habit typo. And then that's a typo. That's the hyphen button by hit the 0 instead of the hyphen right next to it. Okay. let's get into it. What is our new character? It's not TU, but Tom from Tom and Jerry. So Tom is joining the cast. Hair. Older brother. Our bro. Older bro. And feathers. Xiao. Xiao. Foreman, Slender Man, fighting with rods. In the middle of a barn. Timmy Turner wished he was a stick as well. Wished him a stick to join in the fight. Oh, Tiao. Or Tiao. Sorry, Tiao. They were in the middle of a barn. Inside of the barn. Ooh. Actually, was this basement? Or inside? This is oh no, this is Timmy. The other guy, Tiao, was Tiao. Oh no, Tom. This is Tom. Sorry. Was he inside the house? Yes, Tom was inside the house, being mesmerized by the picture, right, of a mouth and a whirlpool. And then Jerry totally slapped him across the head with the lid. Yep. Okay. Whoops. One. Tone check. Walter was in the bathroom. No, Walter was in the main room of pawn shop. Oh no. No, it's not. Yeah, was in the bathroom chasing after a hare, right? Working on chasing after it here. I gotta do all this again. Oh no. This is one. I was getting the two of them. One and one. Right? One. Okay. 电视. We're gonna stick with writing. 电视. Impromptu. 今后马车 两手 whoops 两手下次马上 今天 oops. Okie dokie. So let's do these. Okay. So we have Xena. Xena in the bathroom of the barn. Hosting the tree house yarn thing, right? Tree house, tree and yarn school. Tree house yarn school. Oh, I should have used the school mnemonic for guessing between school and class. Okay. We have Teme in the inside of the barn as well. Watching Slender Man and the foreman going at it with sticks, and while he is chilling in the tree, right? So this, which integrates nothing that we had so far. Okay, cool. Wait, how does that work with Tiao? A strip? How did that lead to strip? Oh, wait. Yeah, how does that lead to a strip? Oh, he takes a he takes a strip of bark. Oh, there was no. Oh, yeah, he in the middle of the and takes a strip of bark. Then he wishes. Oh, okay, okay. So he converts a strip of bark into a stick to join the fight. Okay, okay, okay. I kind of missed a slight detail, and that was a very important detail. Okay. So then we have Tom. Tom is inside the house. Tom is inside the house, being mesmerized by a picture of a mouth in a whirlpool, and he got whacked by Jerry. The picture is the thing, okay. Then we have Walter White. Walter is in the basement of the pawn shop. Basement of the pawn shop, trying to catch a hare. And notice that the sun has set. And he's aggravated that it took him, it's now late in the day, catching the hare. We have Gandalf. Gandalf outside of the electric plant, chilling with his electric bro, his electric wizard bro. His older brother, bro. And we have Xena doing multiple things. So Xena is in the house doing multiple things. One of the things Xena is doing is learning the color of bird feathers. So she's learning that the color of bird feathers of some bird feathers are white. So she learned, right? And she is also practicing yoga. And this got dark. She was practicing yoga, breathing through her nose, but she underestimated her breath and basically blew out her heart. That's weird. She breathed out and her heart popped out of her mouth. I don't know. It's weird. But just go with yoga and breathing. Breath, right? And then Walter. Walter is inside the pawn shop this time. Playing Scepter Shooter. Scepter Shooter. And it costs $1 per try, right? Arcade game. Playing. There we go. And we did not use can yet. Oh no, we did use can. Can stacking is older bros jam, right? And then took care of that. And that's it. And then let's do the concerning errors. So Kermit the Frog is a typo. Nothing to write home there. And then we have 水果. How the heck did I mess up 水果? Tone? I only typed the wrong tone. Yeah, 水果. For Goofy. Tone 3. 3. So 3. For whatever reason, I like typing Tien instead of Xian. Right. That was my mistake there. Laurel Reef. Completely forgot about Laurel Reef. Because I keep thinking spikes. Guan. That was a definition. Oh my gosh. I actually haven't ever written Guan yet. Guan was saloon doors, cocoons, 2 cocoons. Oh my gosh, this is too dense. We need to write it larger. So we have saloon doors, cocoons, and cacti. Actually, haven't really considered looking closely at cacti. Okay. Right, cacti. So Guan. What did I do? What did I mess up here? Oh, I typed to close as opposed to shut, which they're both actually synonyms in this case. So we added to close. 是非 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 This one I just spaced. I couldn't figure it out. So right and wrong. And then this was a 50-50, which I am going to add class as well. kind of overlaps with its character. This is the character meaning, not the vocab meaning. So I think it's both class and school as a character meaning. When it comes to vocabulary, they'll be very specific, but generally characters are more flexible. So I've been adding synonyms to characters to help with vocabulary. Okay. And that's it. We finished 4 hours earlier today. It was actually this time HanziHero is longer than, well, I kind of was bringing the story today for Wanikani, but I ended the Wanikani session before talking about the story. So we started HanziHero with the story. I think largely I'm gonna stick with doing the stories like before or in between. Right. That's a wrap. 2 things I sort of forgot, like just completely space out, and the rest is more like typos and or slight synonym things, interpreting characters. The characters can have synonyms. They usually characters, this stuff like characters, Hanzi characters and kanji characters can have all sorts of meanings when it comes to the translation, largely because it's the vocabulary that these meanings of these characters have to get you to the vocabulary meaning, which are the ones that you actually read, right? So I'm starting to iron out and expand some of these character meanings so that I can be more consistent with the vocabulary interpretation in case I need it. But generally speaking, we still have not hard encountered anything. Like this one, Shufei, right and wrong, that is something very new to me, this concept, Shufei. Other than that, I think the majority of them, I have near definitions to them or interpretive enough for them. So maybe like 1 out of every 100 or so far, until we encounter new and newer things. Not yet. Still got a while. I think it's not gonna. Well, what is it now? What day is today? 34. The pace we're going, I think it'll be probably another 2 solid months before we encounter a majority of things where we start have to develop new meanings and also we'll start seeing maybe less explanatory combinations, like the more ones where we have to come up with new contexts and new things to remember it. Shifei is pretty rough though. So if it is or is not is, that's right and wrong. Is or is not. So maybe like throw in Shakespeare. To be or not to be, right? Right and wrong. Alright. Anyways, that's a wrap today. We're gonna start much earlier tomorrow. Wanikani is level up day for Wanikani tomorrow. It's guaranteed to be level up day. So that is going to be like 4 or 5 hours long, right? And then HanziHero will follow. HanziHero has often been 2 hours or less. If I digress, it'll be 2 hours usually. Actually, probably even less than an hour and a half, even with a digression. Largely because Wanikani comes first, and most of the energy is during HanziHero. And HanziHero on peak days on lesson days, we try to do all the lessons. So the first 2 days, the first day is like 3 to 4 hours with including digression time. So maybe 2.5 to 3 hours without saying anything. And then the following day is a little bit long too, because I'll be pausing on all the vocabulary. It's sort of past my limit. It's like a little bit uncomfortable still. And then HanziHero is always the same. Like it's within each other because lessons always happen. there's always going to be 20 lessons. And then the review, the error can fluctuate, but the error, because of SRS, it's very efficient. It's super efficient. You don't, unless we get to a point where we triple or quadruple miss, right? Or even double miss sometimes, miss back-to-back days. That hasn't happened yet. So SRS usually keeps the review pretty nicely spaced out when I don't miss anything back-to-back days. And that rarely happens because I'm doing a pseudo review before and after each session. So the likelihood of getting a double error on the same thing is very uncommon, which is how I prevent mistakes from propagating. Now, there are some habits that I'm seeing, and they're usually dealing with my typing habits, actually. So that could be something worth keeping a note of. I make very classical typos, like on the Wanikani site, hyaku. Keep typing hyaku, interestingly enough. Well, more on that next time. I'll be back much earlier. Go to rest. Thanks for hanging out, folks. It's always been a pleasure. If you're gonna watch this later, 谢谢. Right. So, thank you for everything, and keep on learning. Right. Stay safe and stay healthy as well. And we'll chat next time. 下次再聊吧. Right. Bye bye for now. Bye.